Something about what I do in terms of being a full-time psychic medium is that I am aware of the fact that my job isn't just for humans, that it's for the spiritual realms as well. So as a medium, I feel that I am literally a mediator between the two worlds, and my job is to mediate, but also speak and translate and interpret and share, but also to be an advocate for both sides and to stay in a level of integrity and ethic and moral code and work with the light externally. So when people come to me, sometimes it used to be quite challenging. It's not challenging for me anymore, but it's sometimes challenging for the people that I'm reading for, is that they fail to see past Tracy being the one to deliver the messages. So I'm going to talk about myself in the third person for a second. It's cool. I don't do that in public. So when I am delivering messages, Spirit will sometimes use my own personal experience in life experiences, to share messages so that I can better understand what they're trying to say. So they're just using me as an example, and so I will use myself as an example sometimes. But either way, even if I use myself as an example or not, either way, depending on a person's perception of what's actually going on in terms of how I do my job, you're seeing me, you're seeing Tracy. I'm the tangible, real human object sitting in front of you. And sometimes it's hard for people to realize that this information is not mine. I don't know this. If you weren't here and I wasn't connecting to your energy, I would not know a single thing that is coming through right now. I must be connected to this spiritual source and force in order to know what I know. And the rest of it is through my conditioning and experience in how to interpret and how to share. That is me, but the rest of it is coming from a source that has a higher intelligence than I do. It's definitely a higher intelligence. And to the fact that I honor that, to think that people sometimes don't respect that is interesting for me, because it's the number one thing that I respect. However, it is something that's real. So I really just wanted to talk about this quickly from a psychic medium perspective, that if you're going to go and have a reading with a psychic medium or any kind of consultation with a psychic medium, one of the things that would be really great is if you're not already doing this, is to check yourself before you wreck yourself, in terms of just think, okay, this person, this is not coming from this person. They are putting themselves out there. They're putting themselves on the line. They're putting their reputation on the line every single time someone goes to see them, someone new. We've never connected to your spiritual family before. We've never done it. So there's always a first time. And so when we're doing that, there is no understanding of you as a human. And we don't have time to understand you as a human. So what we do rely a lot on is that spiritual aspect to fill us in on who you are and what you need to hear, and who they are and what they need to share. And I have a tremendous amount of faith, and it's unquestionable, unwavering faith in the messages that come through. And as I've gotten older and matured and getting more experienced in my years of being a professional psychic medium, I've become more faithful and unwavering in my own interpretation. And I'm crafting, I'm continuously practicing my craft in terms of the deliverance of that. So sometimes, psychic mediums might not interpret it properly, and they might not deliver it the way that you want to hear it. But if a message is coming through and it doesn't make sense now, then maybe it will make sense in the future. Or maybe it's just that the psychic medium was doing their best in the hour or the half an hour of time that they had. We're not going to understand you fully. We're not going to understand the whole context. There's only a limited amount of time that we have to get it all. But our number one goal is to serve you what they brought you here for. Spirit always brings you to a psychic medium. You hunt them down, you find them, you do your research, you book. Hopefully that's the way it works. You book. But Spirit allowed you to see their light in the first place and brought you there for something. And that's not on me or them as the psychic medium to understand. That's on you to understand. But this is what's happening. We as a professional, we trust and understand and connect this. The fact that sometimes the person having the reading doesn't understand it quite yet, or maybe rejects it. It's something that we stay quite neutral about. Well, I stay quite neutral about, because 9 times out of 10, if it doesn't make sense to them now, I get some kind of response back for them sometime in the future where they're just like, oh my God, this has finally all come full circle and everything that you said had happened. And it just didn't happen today, or it didn't make sense today, but it happened, and that's incredible and unbelievable. And so then they understand the relationship that we have, that we can only deliver so much in the time that we have.